Hi, in this video you will be learning about DevOps continuous delivery pipeline. We have learned this in the DevOps course at NC State University during the spring 2019 semester. In this video you will learn about two projects, iTrust and Checkbox. iTrust being a Java Maven application for healthcare, and Checkbox is a Node.js MongoDB application for filling out forms. We have three phases in the pipeline. The first being configuration management and build. We have two VMs versioned on DigitalOcean, Ansible and Jenkins server. Ansible configures Jenkins with plugins and has the iTrust and Checkbox build. The GitHub hosts iTrust and Checkbox repository, which are cloned to the Ansible server, both of which have got post commit hooks. Post commit hooks will be basically triggered whenever there is a commit on the repositories. Once they are triggered, the build trigger will take place in the Jenkins, and it will trigger the job for iTrust and Checkbox, which will go ahead and start running the iTrust and Checkbox jobs. For Checkbox, you will need a Node.js MongoDB, which is installed by Ansible. Similarly, for iTrust, you need MySQL and Maven, which is again installed by Ansible on Jenkins server. We see that the configuration thus takes place on the left side, and the build happens entirely on the Jenkins server. In the next phase, we have got test and analysis. Let's take iTrust project. We have Ansible server, which contains the commit fuzzer, which swaps and with or 0 with 1, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and so on. We then commit to a random file in the project. This happens for 100 times. That means there are 100 commits which get committed to the repository, and that then kicks in the post commit trigger, which triggers a build. Now in the build, we have Jacopo code coverage, which checks for the branch, class, statement, etc. coverage of the code. We have got Spotbox plugin, which is basically a static analysis of the code, which gives us a nice visualization of the bugs in the code. If one of these fail, we are going to fail the build. Similarly, in Checkbox, we again have the Ansible server and Jenkins server. In Ansible server, we configure Esprima, which is the JS code parser, and gives a nice syntax tree. We have set our own custom metrics of long method, max conditions in a method, and cyclomatic complexity. Once the code is committed, it triggers the post commit hook, and the build starts happening in the Jenkins server. We fail the build if at least one of the metrics in the custom metrics fail the thresholds. Finally, we come to the stage of infrastructure and deployment. In infrastructure, you have Ansible, Jenkins, and deployment server all on DigitalOcean. In the deployment server, we have iTrust and Checkbox projects running. For iTrust, we have used Tomcat to run the project. We are using Redis Express proxy server to have feature flags enabled or disabled in the iTrust application. We are using Datadog as a monitoring and log analysis tool, so that we know if there is any spike in CPU, memory, or other metrics that we are monitoring for iTrust. For Checkbox, we are using Nginx, which serves the front end, and the backend is run by systemd. We have extracted a service, which is the Markdown service, and hosted it on GitHub, which basically shows the Markdown files on front end. The files in Markdown service repository help us create a Docker image, which is then hosted on a Docker Hub. Further, we have Docker webhooks, where whenever there is a change on Docker Hub, it's going to push those changes to Kubernetes, and that new image will be automatically deployed. We have a load balancer, which deploys the new image in a blueprint fashion, so that whenever we want to make a change in any versions or add a new feature, you can do that using in a blueprint fashion. This then proxies back the answer either from the blue or green deployment back to the Kubernetes, and Kubernetes back to the Checkbox and into the front end. Thus, we have learned in this DevOps pipeline the end-to-end infrastructure and automation of any DevOps project.